I joined the Air Force because of my grandfathers. They both served, and some of my uncles served in the military as well, so I just wanted to follow in their footsteps. My first duty station was Aviano, Italy, and I did security forces, so I worked in restricted areas guarding the equipment and personnel.
We met in Italy. It was my first duty station as well, and I got there November '97, and we got married 6 months later.
My primary duty was protection of the airplanes, so we carried an M60 machine gun, and so that was the genesis of the start of my disabilities. When you're carrying a gun that's weighing 23 pounds in one hand, your body becomes off-center. That was the beginning of my issues, on top of the bilateral knee damage running with the weapons and things like that. It's just a day-to-day grind, you know, it's a physically demanding job. Have a lot of fun of it, but there is a cost to freedom and side effects for doing something you love.
Peter eventually moved to a position that was less strenuous, but even that new post was too much. He was deemed physically unfit for duty and discharged by the Air Force. Even worse, Peter was denied a disability retirement and the medical benefits that go with it.
He got medically discharged. He actually felt ashamed. He felt like he had let his grandfathers down. The hardest part was watching him suffer and not being able to help him. I could see the physical, and I experienced the physical, but the mental was far worse.
I really didn't understand the process when I first got out the military as far as the available benefits and things of that nature.
We looked at his case and we immediately saw that there was a legal error. We then reached out to, Daryl Steensma and, his team at Latham & Watkins.
We had a number of very in-depth conversations with David and Bart Stitchman about how we could best present our arguments to the court to obtain the goal of reversing the PDBR decision in Peter's case.
Daryl was amazing because 7 years ago when I was going through this, I was more affected with the stuttering and my speech patterns, so I wasn't able to communicate that well with people, and there's a lot of anger because I was in severe pain. I was just amazed of his level of compassion. It was like, did the NVLSP program prep this guy to be able to deal with people like me? Because the VA didn't treat me that kind.
The team submitted its brief to the PDBR, but was denied. Because there is no option for appealing a PDBR decision, it took the unprecedented step of appealing the ruling in federal district court.
We were in uncharted territory. Nobody had ever appealed a PDBR decision before.
The long and short of it is that the PDBR, after going there again, they finally realized that, they needed to provide Mr. Guidry a disability retirement.
When they did come back with a favorable decision, I was surprised and elated. It's not something I counted on.
That decision will allow him to receive a stipend from the military, for the rest of his life. And equally as important, it will allow him to access the military healthcare system called TRICARE. It will also allow, his spouse and, family to also have that, access as well to TRICARE.
The NVLSP program was able to actually force the military to do the right thing. They won the federal lawsuit in court, and it was beyond belief. That's what's amazing about it. They did something that doesn't exist.